What do you think of this cactus?
They're beautiful. Like one time a year or so we see this.
Look at this. Can we just take a second to appreciate this shirt? Look at you. Look how American you are.
That's right.
That's beautiful.
America. There's a bee in there, see him?
Okay, here we go. We got a little shoulder warm up for his shooting. We're doing 5 lateral raises. As you can see, he's always a bit uneven, but it's all right. 5 of those, and then he's gonna hit 5 front raises. And those are 10-pound dumbbells. Mostly we're just trying to get some blood in the shoulders, get them tight for shooting. Not trying to get jacked, just trying to be prepared to shoot well. And then we're gonna do 5 overhead press. So we'll do a couple rounds of that. Oh yeah, and I forgot I got him also doing these band pull aparts. So instead of gripping it how you are, grip it like this. You just grab around the band, yeah, like that. And then pull, kind of come across more like down here. There you go. So what he's doing here is we're trying to really fire his rear delts and upper back. So he's really pulling hard here and here. And basically we're just, like I said, trying to get the shoulders tight for shooting. And look at our 4th of July attire. I got the American flag tank top, the Reagan Bush hat, and he's got the classic bald eagle shirt. So I wish I was shooting with him, but I do not have a bow yet, so, or currently. So he's going to fling some arrows, and Reagan is going to sniff around. Hey Reagan. Look at that nice clean draw, got them shoulders warmed up. Beautiful. How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good. Pin's not super steady. That's how I usually start out. I need a couple warm-ups.
Ooh, look at that straight back. No more sky draws from Tove. Keeping that elbow up. Beautiful, nice clean break. So Tove, it's 4th of July. Almost your birthday too. Give me one of your top hunting memories that you have.
Well, there we were, me and Skeeter up on the ranch back in '06.
Look at first group of the day. Looking pretty solid. A little bit to the right, but certainly not bad. Just a hair right. For the most part, looking good. Okay, so hunting story, you know, day after your birthday, 4th of July today. Give me one of your favorite hunting memories.
One of my favorite hunting memories, believe it or not, I was hunting with a rifle, but I had this little guy tagging along behind me. He's somewhere around 7 or 8 years old, not quite big enough to shoot a large bore rifle. We're hunting pigs, domestic wild pigs in central California, sort of up by Kalinga. We're hunting. We found a good vantage point to sit right towards dusk. Watch a piece of dirt as dusk was coming on, and this kid that was with me, he wouldn't shut up or wouldn't hold still. So I tried feeding him Skittles, you know, one every once in a while to keep him busy and occupied. He still wouldn't shut up, kept talking and moving. And I stuck one Skittle up his nose. I thought that might work, but it didn't. So anyway, with great enthusiasm, this little kid, we're looking at a brushy area with open patches here and there. He says, "I saw a pig, I saw a pig, I saw a pig. Right over there." With the enthusiasm, I knew he wasn't envisioning things. He had seen a pig. By the time I looked over there, I didn't see it, but it had moved. So we're sitting there. Now he's listening to me and he's being more quiet. And no more than 120 yards down in front of us, this large black boar comes out into a sandy clearing. And he's as quiet as church mouse now. And I laid down, rested on my pack. And this big pig was feeding in the sand and kept turning like right towards me. He wouldn't give me a broadside shot. So remember, I'm shooting a 30-06. It's only 120 yards. Not that difficult to shot off a rest. So I put the X right on his forehead and I popped him. And he went down and you could tell it was a brain injury. He went down right away and sort of did a spin or a twirl. And he looked like a cartwheel spinning. He was really dead, not feeling any pain, but he's spinning. And he's spinning also a circle of blood. And of course the kid next to me was all excited that we had been successful. And as I walked up to the thing, pigs are hard to tell if they're big or little when you're looking at them because they all basically have the same shape. We got down there to him and he was around the corner of a bush and I saw him, but that kid didn't see him yet. And I said to him, "Well, you walk around that bush over there and I'll walk over here. We'll see if we can find him." And he went over there and with great enthusiasm remarked on how huge this pig was. And he was. He was a monster.
And now he is, to this day, mounted on the wall.
Yep. It took like 3 of us, or my brother-in-law and I, and we had 2 kids with us, so we hauled it out. It took a couple trips, but it was in the neighborhood of 500 pounds, 400, something like that. Something like that. So it was big, and it was a lot of fun and a huge experience. One thing I did learn from that one, here's a hunting tip involved in this story. This pig was so big, they talk about this with large animals like elk and so on. Whoops, I messed up on my last shot.
That's all right.
But
everyone has that in a group. You shoot 3 good ones and the last, or 2 good ones, and the last one of the group always sprays somewhere else.
Yeah, but this I was used to shooting normal deer, normal sized pigs. You usually, if you have to leave them overnight or something, we'd always gut them out, try to open them up so fresh air, cool air from the night would flow in there. And we did that with this guy, and I put sticks across here and opened them up, and then we went back the next day. But because this was such a massive pig, they have a lot of mass in the shoulders. And when we started to bone them out the next morning, we could still feel body heat in the shoulders. So with big animals,
look at that. Look at that. Super tight 3, and then everyone's got that little guy. I wouldn't worry about that little guy. So anyways, open them up.
Open them up on the big animals, open them up the shoulders also, in addition to your normal opening up. In other words, slice this part of the shoulder open that part up too, so the cool air from the evening gets in there and gets that body temp on the meat out of there and gets it down to at least the ambient temperature you have in the evenings, which a lot of times would depend on when and where you're hunting, you know, is near freezing. So that really helps too, you know, for taking good care of your meat. Get it cooled down quick.
Yeah.
As you can. I've never had any pig meat spoil. And I've hunted, you know, with backpacks for regular pork, regular pigs. I've never had any meat spoil. We have at one time, we took plastic bags and put the meat in it and then dug down in a sandy wash where it was real cool down in there when the evening temperature wasn't. Put it down in the wet sandy soil about this deep, and that really helped to cool down the meat also.
I remember that hog too. I don't know what year that was, like 2000, 2001, something like that. But I remember his ligaments and tendons were like dry, like real ropey, because he is so old. And then this year, I've seen that twice since. I saw that on the Cuyamaca buck I got that one year, where it's just so like, his like tendons were almost yellow and just so crusty. And then the buck I got in Arizona this year, same thing. So I think the really old animals, not only do you have to cool them down, but they're harder to process because they're so hard, you know?
Yeah, these old boars, and it was true with that one, that a lot of people say when you get a big old one like that, it's sausage meat, you know? And it's true. When they're that big and that old, the meat's not as good. So grind it up.
Ground meat's always, I find ground meat more useful too. I mean, to be honest with you, I do, of course, eat all my steaks that I get from deer or elk or whatever, but I find myself using ground meat more so than steaks. I don't know about you. You excited for Total Archery Challenge, Tove, in Park City?
Hold it to the right a little.
You excited?
Yeah, of course I wish my body was healthier and my shoulders were healthier, but I'm still going to have a lot of fun.
That's what it's all about.
And I haven't been shooting much because I've been letting my shoulders rest.
Keep that. Look at that form. You're looking good though. You're shooting good today. This is
couldn't get that one to settle down.
This is an important lesson actually to newer guys, but you know, both of us have been shooting bows a long time. For me, over 20 years, and for him, you know, over 30, I would imagine. What year did you start shooting a bow?
I'm not shooting good right now. Maybe
That's okay.
I gotta concentrate more, but
It's all right.
Yeah.
80 something.
I think it was 88.
88. So
yeah.
That would be. So, look at this dog. He does this sometimes. So that would be 31 years. And for me, I've been shooting. I don't know. I want to say. Shoot, I don't know, since like probably 95, 96. So both of us have been shooting a long time, but anyways, the lesson I want to get to here is both of us, you know, really don't pull that much weight at all. And because the reason why, I could pull a lot more weight if I wanted to, but to be honest, in North America, there's no animal aside from maybe a moose and a bison where you would really need to crank up your bow, you know, to weigh up there. But even if you make a good shot, still don't need to. So I pull 65, 66 pounds, and for him, I think you pull, what, mid 50s, 55?
58, I think.
So the point is, if you shoot good, if you shoot good and practice a lot, you know, to me, longevity is a lot more important than trying to be cool pulling 80 pounds or
Don't
or
injure
something.
yourself or wear yourself out.
Yep. Yep. And you're talking to two guys with tore up shoulders, mine mostly from biking, you know, but over the years I've had to adapt certain things to still be able to shoot. And for him, he's got really torn up shoulders as well and has had shoulder surgery. For him, I think it was caused by archery primarily.
Yeah, and that's why I went to this bow.
Yeah, very smooth bow.
It's really smooth, and what would really kill my shoulders, or I'd be going backtracking every time if I had a cam over.
Same.
And some of the newer bows are so explosive on that cam over
Very aggressive.
that it just rips your shoulders apart. So this one here at 58 pounds, and I could be in better shape, but I'm trying.
But look how, I mean, he pulls it
See,
smooth.
I can pull it back, and this
if
one
he
too,
wants.
I can release it. I can go down.
Whereas on his last bow,
On
he
the
couldn't
last bow,
do that.
I couldn't. I'd almost have to
Just fire
dry
the arrow.
fire it, you know, or
Not dry fire.
Not dry fire. But
Let
I'd
the
have to
arrow-
fire it. Just let it go.
Yeah.
And believe me, I shot 1 or 2 holes in my pop-up line.
Yes, he did.
That's pretty embarrassing, really, when you know what it's supposed to be like, and you draw back on a turkey and you don't get the shot, and he takes off, and now I'm in a full draw. What do I do with this radical bow? So I try to let it down, and I'd fire it off by accident sometimes. It's pretty embarrassing.
Okay, so last clip of the film after his last group, which looks pretty solid. Go ahead and close out the clip. The film here.
Well, it's a great country we live in, guys. Never fail to appreciate it. There's the democracy, or constitutional republic is the worst form of government ever anywhere except for all the other forms of government. So it's a tough way to govern, but all of them are tough, and this is the best one. The people have a say in how their governments run, and it's a great government.
Look at that. We got.
Remember, socialism has never succeeded anywhere.
Look at this. We got Glenn Beck closing
Recent
out.
history, Venezuela. Look at Cuba.
Look at this guy. This is his platform right now. We got the next Sean Hannity out here. You want to say dossier a few times? Glenn Beck / Sean Hannity over here. But anyways, yeah, he's right. 4th of July is cool, you know. And yeah, that's it. That's all we got. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.